Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore podcast. The podcast reviews of movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 693, and on the birthday of Ingmar Bergman himself, we are here to discuss his 1947 film, a Ship Bound for India. As always, is the nerd you're gonna hear alongside our wonderful co-host Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful
Wow.
Monday. Blah, 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 blah. Happy birthday, Bergman.
Yep. And we're joined by our guest this month, Mr. Ayden Byrnes.
Ayden!
What up? Happy birthday, Daddy Ingmar. I think he would be like 106,
Happy birthday to the floor.
I guess. Of
Yep.
course, he's a Cancer. That makes a lot of sense.
Brad, I was gonna say, you know how to say it in Swedish? You know how to say happy birthday in Swedish?
Glad födelsedag.
Oh, like felicidad.
Yeah.
I get close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, felicidad. Rock felicidad, Bergman.
Födelsedag.
Yeah. Oh man. This episode is live, early and ad-free on Ingmar Bergman's birthday on patreon.com/nerdcore. That was not planned at all, but I'm glad that we actually did end up doing an episode right on his birthday. And you could be in this chat talking to us by joining us on the Patreon at $1 a month. You get access to this episode ad-free, live and early, along with the episode that usually drops on Saturdays at 12 p.m. On Thursdays, you get that on Thursdays on Patreon. So go and check that out, guys, if you would like. Before we could go ahead and get into today's review, how we doing, boys? How we doing?
We got a storm happening over here, so I'm trying not to get electrified.
Well, okay, man. Some causes are worth it.
And I think my dogs hate me because I thought there was a break in the storm, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to take my dogs to go pee. And I was like halfway there to where they go pee, and then it fucking dumped on them.
Just the skies open up.
Yeah.
Great.
And then we make it home, they're just looking at me like, we didn't get to pee, and we're wet now. So what?
It's like, thanks, Dad, for making us get wet.
So I dried them off with paper towels and then fed them and was like, that's all I can do. That's all I can do for you.
How you doing, Aiden?
Pretty good. I feel like it's just hot as shit in New York lately, so I've just been like staying inside all week. So
What's that, like 84?
no, it's been like pushing 100 and humid.
Ooh,
Oh,
in that
okay.
concrete jungle? Ooh.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
all of the concrete just like keeps the heat in.
Yeah, it's like Phoenix.
So yeah,
Just-
it's not ideal.
I just want to say, man, that I was in New York, man, and when y'all were going through a heat wave.
Okay, well, you were like upstate, and that doesn't count. Because you like,
Heat
I think
wave.
like when it's like 80 or whatever the fuck it was it like 85 or something?
It was like apparently like in the 90s, bro, and like
Okay,
that felt great.
that's probably fine, like upstate.
Yeah.
But when you're like surrounded by concrete, or especially when you like go in the subway,
Some of us have to deal with a 104 heat index, okay, motherfucker?
I mean, I don't miss.
I mean,
I also
I mean-
lived in Houston for like a month.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
done with it, so.
Houston with Houston's bad because it's got the Arizona temperatures with the humidity.
Yeah, well-
humidity is a bitch. Like I think you
So-
definitely got it beat for most of the summer, but occasionally there's like a week in New York that becomes hell, and we're in
Yeah.
that right now. So I'm like, I'm staying inside.
Because I actually feel bad for all because we have like the same temperatures around our areas. It's just I have lower humidity,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I prefer because I hate sweating. It's hard.
I get to work fucking drenched, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ro.
Right now it's supposed to be bro, right? It is 8:38. The clouds are coming in. It's supposed to be sunset. It is 87 degrees right now with this humidity.
what do we got? Ours is 90, feels like 96 still, and it's 9:40 p.m.
Tomorrow the
That's all
high
I
is
can
going
see.
to be
That's-
95, bro.
I mean, that's the same way with Phoenix. It's just fucking hot.
Yeah,
It's because somebody didn't plan it out. Like, yeah, concrete's a great idea, lasts forever. Then it's like, it's really fucking hot.
Yep.
This city shouldn't exist.
So you just been staying inside, Aiden? You just been chilling?
Pretty much, yeah. I'll try to just not go outside unless I have to, or to go like very short distances.
Does your girlfriend have to go outside?
A little bit, yeah. I think she went to like yoga the past couple of days. So
Go outside.
she likes summer more than I do, though. I'm not about it.
Yeah. She doesn't make you go do yoga?
Sometimes.
He's like,
I
oh
need to
shit,
do
I'm not
yoga.
going out right
Like
now.
maybe once, yeah.
I need to do yoga, not hot yoga.
Oh god, no, yeah. I would die if hot yoga would kill me.
Yeah.
Well, let's just crank it up to 110.
Hey man, you just need to embrace your culture, Ayden. Just go do that yoga, man.
I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll do ice yoga.
Ice yoga.
Ooh.
Sure.
That would be sick. But
Go to the
apparently
spa.
that's not good for you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I was thinking there's like this like bathhouse near us that we go to sometimes, and they have like an ice bath.
That's what I want. I want the ice bath, and then I want the sauna. That's what I want.
Yeah. Like the ice bath, and then
Yeah.
like the dry sauna.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crap.
That's what I want. Like at my house.
That would, yeah.
So I don't have to go to that.
Yeah, it's also expensive as fuck.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't have it. It's good to dream. Have goals.
All right, man. Well, with that said, we can go ahead and get into this, man. I didn't do much. I just went to work today, guys, and I also finished this movie on the bus. So that was interesting.
Well, I thought you took an Uber.
No. My bus from my first job to my second job.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies.
That's the 1 hour sum. Yeah. I took an Uber because I didn't want to get here late. Because if I would have taken the bus after work right now, I'm still on the bus right now. Like, literally. Like, yeah. So.
And how long of an Uber was that?
Like 34 minutes or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Compared to an hour and 23-minute bus ride?
Yeah.
Yeah. Subway would have gotten me there quick, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that said, I'm here. We're gonna make this happen. So let's go ahead and get into this. This is Ayden's pick for this month as we talk about A Ship Bound for India. And because it came out in 1947, you bastards don't even get a spoiler warning. So without further ado, Ayden, let's go ahead and introduce him to A Ship Bound for India. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video.
All right. A Ship to India, or the Swedish title Skepp till Indialand. It's directed by Ingmar Bergman from 1947. About the hunchback sailor Johannes Berger Malmsten longs to escape his home on a salvage ship helmed by his cruel drunken father, Holger Levenadler, I think is how you say that. I don't know. And so does the captain himself, who is slowly going blind and planning to leave his wife and son for a music hall performer named Sally, played by Gertrude Fried.
Musical performer.
Yes. The family begins to unravel when the captain invites Sally to live on the ship, where she and Johannes form a tender connection. Told in flashback and inspired in part by French poetic realism, A Ship to India marks a major revolution in Ingmar Bergman's early filmmaking, demonstrating his gifts as a conjurer of both beguiling images and a dramatist of lacerating emotions.
God damn, that's a good review right there.
That was a nice little summary.
Nice little
Criterion really got it there.
Sumptuous.
Yeah, they really did, bro. I mean, when you put like the most of the man's like filmography, you better come in with like some good like introductions for his movies.
Yeah. Even like this is like his third film, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like his third movie, bro.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
All right, man. Last week, Ayden did go first, so I'm gonna let Brad go first this week. Brad, what are your initial thoughts on A Ship to India?
My initial thoughts on this is I like this far more than I did last week's film, which was my pick. So I give him that. Cinematography wise, framing, lighting, like this is above and beyond last week's pick. This is actually really good filmmaking going on. I thought the story interesting. I mean, we can go into more depth in it after our initial reviews, but I'll say that I found it interesting. I only had a small issue with pace. when he brings Sally onto the boat, there is like a lull kind of from there for maybe 10-15 minutes, but then it picks back up. I think that was the only thing I really had an issue with this film. The acting was really great, and I think just well done by Bergman. Especially the opening of this, because some of those frames of the opening of this were really cool.
All right. Eden?
Yeah, I think similar to Brad, I definitely like this a lot more than last week. Like last week, I felt like I struggled to get through a little bit, but this one was a lot more interesting. I was a little confused with the pacing in the beginning, and I think for whatever reason, I kind of missed him like falling asleep, and then it started kind of like present day, and then like flashback. And I missed that at first. And I was like,
yeah, I had to
on?
rewind. I had to rewind and like, what did I? And
yeah.
like,
So
okay. Now he's on the boat with his father, and I was like, is that his father? Or is that old him?
Yeah, exactly. Like I definitely like just was like, what the fuck? So I think like obviously early Bergman hasn't really learned how to like make shit obvious yet.
Yeah,
I guess.
Which is kind of telling in future films too, because there's some stuff that isn't made obvious, but like should be obvious.
Yeah. So not ideal, but I think like by the end of it, and when you kind of like, and once you kind of know what's going on, it's like, oh, this is kind of interesting. A little aggressive at points, I guess, but it was definitely a lot more interesting. And the cinematography, for being his third film, bangs. It's so good. Like I loved everything about it. I loved like all of the scenes, like on the boat and in town. I thought it was like a really beautiful way to show both the town and then out on that like barren kind of like archipelago that's very Sweden. So I thought it captured all that really well. I don't know where it was actually set. Like I saw on the back of the boat it said like Göteborg, so I was like, I wonder if it's like in around like the Gothenburg archipelago, but then like the IMDb says it was filmed in Stockholm, so I don't know which one it was supposed to be.
I do know the boat was real. That was an actual like real boat that was sailing around.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, it looked like
I looked up the name and I'm like, and then it had like the whole ship information. Yeah, it showed in like the 40s and to the 60s.
Okay.
Like, okay.
It seemed legit,
Yeah.
but I was like, I just didn't know exactly where it was set. And then I think the only like issue that I had like mainly with it, besides just like being like obviously his earlier films, like the sound wasn't very good in this one.
Oh yeah.
So it was
some parts.
There were parts where there was like a lot of not static, more so like it's you can only get as much out of these restorations as you can. You cannot fix what was the limitations of the time.
Yeah.
And there were points where the audio was a little rough, and I was like, oh, like I'm hearing some what's it called? Not static. What is it? It's like the plosives. Like the plosives are really getting in there. Like I could hear him going like yeah.
And you could hear like in certain shots they had the mic obviously on whoever was talking, but like someone else like has a line in the background and they didn't have a microphone on them as well, so it was just like very distant. You're like, it felt like I was like watching one of my early films, where the fucking, you have the boom, like just like your friend who doesn't know how to fucking do sound, and they're like 30 feet away with a boom mic kind of aimed that direction. You're like, oh, we got it. It sounds great. And then you like watch it later once you know what you're doing, and you're like, wow, I can't hear anything.
Can't hear none of this shit, bro. I have to say, man, I'm in the same camp as y'all. What's it called? I like this far more than last week's film. I think that, first of all, I think that the story is far more interesting. I was really gravitating more to the story. I think it's beautifully shot, man. Those last 20 minutes are lit so well.
Yes.
Oh my God, man. I love how that was lit. I think that the acting is really good. I think that you have some great performances here. And I have to bring something up before we get into like the more serious stuff. That fucking Bergman, man. He had that girl on with no bra under that shirt, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Them things were poking. Them things were poking out, bro.
It was cold
Bergman in 1947. I am sure that is not something that a woman would be like, what's called allowed to do on a film like this. But Bergman, of course, was a different type of man, and he didn't give a single shit about stuff like this. I was noticed at first. I was like, what the fuck? What is that? And I was like, are you serious? I was like, she has no bra on. Bergman really is like
White shirt, no bra, middle of the ocean. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, bro, Bergman, you fucking dog, bro.
It's just 1947.
How do you think Sally got the dad and the son?
Fucking what's it called? Free the nipple was not a thing back then, bro. It was not.
It was in Sweden.
But in Sweden, it never.
Apparently, it was. Yeah. So I watched. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, ain't no fucking way that Bergman is doing this shit. But yeah, I thought that was so fucking funny. I was like, dude, you fucking dog, bro. You fucking dog. But I think it's freaking good movie, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I thought it was really good stuff. The guy who plays the fucking dad is scary as shit, man.
My God, but the dad, like the dad got freaking stones, huge stones, just to walk in with his mistress and tell his wife like she needs a room, she's gonna help you cook, and you know, when I go almost completely blind, I'm leaving with her. So
yeah,
like what the fuck?
Pat's like, that's not what my wife would let me do.
Like, hey, you see this? You see this fight? Like, I'm dying. She's here, and when I get closer to death, I'll leave, and you get the house. Bye.
Yeah, like I'm surprised like the wife didn't send him like underneath and not pump him air, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
go just do this real quick. I'll pump the air for you. And then
yeah, and then he tries to kill his own son. Like, dude.
Rosie, like you totally like the second he was like, "I'll pump," you're like, "No, you're not." Like,
yeah, like no one believes you.
Yeah, if I was that son, I'd be like,
No, I'm not going under with you.
Fucking Pekka's gonna do this for me.
Yes.
Like, fuck.
Pekka, get the fuck over here.
Also, Brad, who the what hump did he have?
He had a little hunchback.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't like.
it wasn't
at first I was like, "What
huge.
the fuck's happening?" But like, yeah, like there's a couple. Of
I mean, the dude was the son was like way too much about his hump. Like it wasn't that bad. He was like, I'm all disfigured. It's like, I mean,
You're not disfigured,
You
bro.
got a little thing going on, and that doesn't give you the right to get drunk and try to rape Sally. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Could you ever love a monster? It's like you're not fucking Frankenstein, man.
Okay, chill out, Hunchback in Notre Dame. Like you're not fucking.
Yeah.
You're not like the fucking ugly duckling here, bro. Like you're not fucking like crumbling apart, bro. You're like you've got fucking what's it called, a hunchback. That's all you got.
I do like how he went into like the Navy and then he came back without the hunchback. He's like, yeah, it totally cured me. It's scoliosis. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Think of the past.
We're good. Yeah.
Fucking faggot.
Shut us up with enough shit. Who knows?
Also, can we talk about how, like that scene and then like 3 seconds later she just like gets on a boat with him and goes like alone into a fucking old windmill? Like, what?
Not just that. So he tries to rape her, and then they're having a family dinner together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she gets on a boat with him. And it's like no self-preservation skills, all in this one.
Yeah.
And then no bra on top of that. So I mean,
yeah. But I have to say, man, like the photography, like I said, the cinematography looks great. What's it called? Like I said, those last 20 minutes, once you've got that light flicker in the back and you got the natural light coming in from the what's it called, window. God, I love the way he lit that. That looks so fucking good, man. Yeah.
That's how you do those interior shots. Unlike last week was just point a camera, don't give a fuck about the movie.
You want to check?
He's like, we're just getting this one done. We're just gonna film it.
Like
no
interest in framing anything in that film.
Yup. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. After I watched like the first 5 minutes on the list, I'm like, huh, yeah, he didn't frame shit.
You're like, oh, he was phoning it in, bro. The last one, he was phoning it in, bro.
He's like, I want to make another movie.
Yeah.
But also, like, I think not in his like book, but in there's like a book that comes with the like the Criterion pack or whatever.
Oh yeah, that massive thing, yeah.
Yeah. And so like someone was like writing it for him. I don't think he really wrote about it himself, but apparently he didn't like this one either.
That's crazy because I
I
thought
think he
this
liked
was-
it a little more than the other one, though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't like forced to do the other, like to do
Yeah.
this one. I guess. Like, I'm sure at some point he liked it.
But there's also like a bunch of other ones that he didn't like what's it called? There was one that I really liked, and that you said that like, oh, he doesn't even have that much written about it. He's not even a big fan
Yeah,
of
I
this
feel like
movie.
once he was like old, he's like, fuck all these old movies.
What
Like, I feel like,
was Bergman's personality of he's like Miyazaki's of like I just make shit and hate living, but I will continue making art.
It's crazy because like so many people consider Ingmar to be like not the perfect, but like if there's anybody who's ever can come close to making a perfect film, like Bergman has always been the
Pretty
person
good.
to be thought of like he's the most complete filmmaker that you can find. So for him to be like, yeah, my work fucking sucks.
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
think there's something about like the premiere also just like didn't go well, so I'm sure that just like left like a sour taste in his mind. But like I think the sound isn't amazing, but I
Yeah.
think you can still look on it and be like, damn, we did some shit with that cinematography. Like that looked good as fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Yeah.
some things needed work, but I think you can still look back on it.
And I
Like,
always, and I love the God's view angle all the time when we were cutting to them on like what's it called, where she was in bed and he was there with her in that room.
That was
I
a
was
good
like,
shot. I remember.
yeah, I love those angles. Like for early Bergman, this is actually like really well done, man. Like really good stuff. This is stuff that I would think that I'd see like into his Persona days and stuff like that. But you get a really damn good looking frame and you get a really good story out of it. It's a damn shame that he wasn't a big fan of it as you would think.
Yeah, I guess like this like premiere, like the sound just like wasn't working, and then like one of the acts played before one other one, and it was so he was like just so pissed at like whoever the thing was, and he said like he never like fully trusted a like projectionist again after that. He's like, I'm fucking going through this shit with you before we play a film. So,
Like here's one, here's two,
Yeah,
and you
it's
play
like-
three.
yes.
And if you don't do it in that order, I will kill you.
Yes, I will make your wife divorce you. I will marry
I
her.
will marry her.
Yeah.
I will divorce this one and marry her.
Maybe that's how that happened.
It could
Yeah,
be.
man. Yeah, man. But
I
bro,
was surprised he didn't marry Gertrude Fried.
no, she's so beautiful, bro.
Yeah, like
She is
gorgeous.
fucking beautiful woman, bro. I'm okay. Like I'm sure that his book is not gonna have every single affair he had. I am sure.
just like Hitchcock's. We
Yeah.
don't know everyone.
You don't know all of them, right? But
Yeah,
I don't know how you
I
don't.
mean, she
end
was
up
in a lot of his
trying.
movies.
Yeah, yeah. He was in a lot of his movies, bro. And like some of his she's a fucking wild strawberries, bro.
Wild Strawberries, The Magician, The Devil's
Yeah.
Eye, All These Women, Hour of the
He
Wolf.
had to at least like gone on a date or two with her. I have to
Yeah.
believe.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Bergman.
But part of his 7 wives, probably not. She wasn't. She was not part of his 7 wives. But yeah, I gotta say, like I said, I like the performances a lot, man. I do agree with you guys. There was a slight pacing issue in that part where you were talking about, and also I was kind of confused there too, where I thought like, wait, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, is this like an older version? Like, what's going on here?
Like, what is he captain now? Like, oh no,
Yeah.
that's just his asshole dad.
Yeah, it's his asshole dad. But I
I
still
mean,
really
and
liked it.
I was expecting to be such a big asshole because all the guys were on the boat were like, this dude's horrible. Like, your dad's shit. You could be captain. You should be captain.
Yeah, yeah. But it's because you're a hunchback, bro. You can't be the captain.
No, your little hunch keeps you from being the captain.
Yeah, bro. You don't look at me. I'm a monster. Yeah, I must fucking dude thought he looked like fucking Quasimodo, bro. Like,
I guess,
dude,
yeah, just back in the almost 50s, like anything.
Yeah.
That's what makes you a monster. So
yeah.
Although the swan dive from the dad off the stairs, fucking terrific.
I really loved
That
that shot. That was hilarious.
Bro, the way they fight, bro, like the way he just slaps him too, bro. Like it just makes me laugh, bro. Like it's just it's very of the time, right? But it's just so funny the way he just does like.
Yeah, he like slaps with the gloves, or the fight scene in the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
it's
like there's like no sound happening, and then you just get like the thud, and it's the same exact one. You're like, all right,
Yeah,
he's,
okay.
he's learning how to
Yeah.
make a movie fight.
It's very stiff in that scene. But you know,
Yeah.
it's 47. Wait,
But I mean, they all start somewhere, bro. And you see where he starts. But I'd say I really enjoyed this one. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one an 8 out of 10, man. I really like this one. I thought it was really good. Not my favorite from him, but for early Bergman, it's fucking real good. Brad, what's your final verdict?
I really enjoyed this, so I thought it deserved a little higher than an 8. Just for the lighting and the framing and the cinematography alone, I thought it was really great. So for that, I'm giving it a 9.
Damn, Brad. Okay. All right. Aiden, what's your final verdict?
I think cinematography is great, and it was much better than last week. But I don't want to give it too high, just because like the sound obviously was kind of dog shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was definitely confused. So I'm gonna probably just give it like, probably like a 7.75. Like I think it was good, but then I think the other things I can't like say it was great when like some of the shit wasn't amazing. Even though
I just say with the audio dialogue, I got to read the words anyway.
Yeah, I guess like for me, like I kind of like the one last week, I could kind of understand it at least a little bit. And this one, I was like, I have no fun. Like without the subtitles, I would be completely lost. I got nothing here.
Oh man. Well, I mean, either way, man. What's it called? I was expecting Aiden to say like 7.629.
My first one was
Remainder
7.6, but I think last week you were like in 0.25 increments. I was like
2.5, 0.25,
Yes.
0.5, 0.75.
Yeah, so my 0.6 wasn't gonna fly, so I rounded up for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro. Thanks, man.
He'll make Rahul's head explode when he's trying to do numbers.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not like I add up
average.
these things for an average or
What's
anything.
the
It's
fucking
just like,
average?
It's just how we do it here.
I mean, if you have an average of between like 0.5 and 0.75, it's gonna be like 0.625.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just doing that for you.
Yeah. Fuck off, Aiden. Oh my god. Well, that concludes our review of a ship to India, a ship bound to India. It's the same thing, man.
Ship
It's-
to India land.
Yeah.
to India.
Oh, by the way, love how love that the end in fucking Swedish is slut.
Slit.
Slut, yeah.
Slut.
I think I was like, I would wonder if you guys saw that or
Yeah,
slut.
slut. I was
I
like,
like how-
God damn, you didn't have to call Sally that. Fuck.
Yeah, I wonder like when he stopped doing that. You know, like how many American screenings it took for him to be like let's maybe
slut.
just
Slut.
take that frame off. Yeah.
We'll just do Finn.
Yeah, they kind of like all like
Yeah.
like any like subway or whatever. The end station is just called the like slut station, or like it just reads like slut stations. You're like, where am I
Slut
getting
station.
off?
Like, I need to go there.
Yeah. Where the sluts at?
Where does sluts at?
Oh my god. As always, you can check us out on the nerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore, Instagram at the nerdcore, Letterboxd at the nerdcore, TikTok at the nerdcore, patreon.com/the nerdcore, and of course our Discord link is in the description below, so you can talk to us about Ingmar Bergman and his movies in there. And of course on the YouTube, make sure you leave a comment. Tell us what you think about this film. What do you think of the sound, man? Because sounds rough, man.
Sounds rough.
But like I said, bro, you can't fix what the limitations were back then. And I'm sure that this sounded a little worse before the restoration. So let's be thankful that we
and
got
especially at the screening where you couldn't hear it.
So I'm glad that we at least get a better version of what before probably didn't sound good. So
I also wonder, like in Sweden, like if they could understand like real jumbled sound.
Yeah.
Like we get the beauty of like the subtitle and the interpretation of it, but like otherwise you just hear like what the fuck? Like
we should have just been a silent movie at this point.
Jesus
Yeah. Oh my god. But of course, tell us in the comments about that. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another review during this month. And of course, if you're on our podcast app of choice, make sure you leave a 5-star review and you follow us on that app. Do that because it helps us out so much. And of course, we want to thank our patrons. They make this possible. Without them, we're just not here, man. We're not doing this thing. And we want to thank all of you guys so much, especially our producer, Shane. Where can you find him, Brad?
You follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/xsrk or on Twitter at thrifted.io, or go buy something from the Subby God at prisоncityvintage.com.
Yeah. Damn straight, man. Go and check out Shane. He helps us out a lot, man. And Ayden, you want to let them know what's up, where they can find you?
Yeah. If I'm on Instagram, Ayden.Burns, AYDEN.BYRNES, or Twitter at ABurns152.
Damn
I
straight.
only post shit on Twitter, but you can follow me there.
Yeah. I decided to delete my Twitter app, and now I'm only using the what's it called, mobile version on the internet, like the on Safari.
Yeah.
I'm not opening that hell space much anymore now.
Shit.
You
It's on
can't.
fucking
You also just can't open it in public these days.
exactly. You can't
It's-
really open it in public
gotten-
anymore.
Real, like sometimes I'm just like in the elevator or something. I'm like, do I got fucking? There's a mirror behind me. What the
Yeah.
fuck is Elon Musk serving me right now?
Yeah, bro. It's fucking crazy, man. But yeah, man, Brad and myself will be back this Thursday live on Patreon, and it'll go up on Saturday at 12 p.m. for a review of Burnt, because Brad apparently was in a cooking movie mood. So we're gonna be talking about Burnt, and of course we have all the other stuff this week.
I mean,
Finally, we're done.
I was watching The Bear, so
Yeah. Finally, we're done. On Friday, we'll be done with the Acolyte
thank
episode.
God.
Yes.
Thank you, dear Jesus.
Yeah. Thankful to say goodbye to that show. But then sadly, on Saturday we'll be done with the Boys season 4, episode 8. And of course Sunday we're back for some more House of the Dragon.
Yay.
Episode 6. And then we got that going on this week, guys. But we'll be back for more Bergman next week. Next week's gonna be that little weird week, guys, where we do our usually I would want to do the what's it called, the Patreon mini on Tuesday on the 30th, but because we actually what's it called, we started off a little late in the week, we are actually doing it next week on Thursday. So we do 25th is the mini, and then 29th is the last.
Well, that kind of works because I won't be here the 30th.
Yeah. Well, cool. Because yeah,
That works.
Yeah. But with that said, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. For now, catch you guys later. Brad, send them out.
All right, Raul. Thank you, being host as always. Thank you to Ayden again for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you to all those who join us in future chats. Thank you to our listeners out there at Patreon Sports. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, all I have to say is save your dad's marriage, steal his mistress. Young Yoda out.
Gratis a todos, dog. Bergman.